let's double check if we are live. Where did I put that thing down? Oh dear. Oh well. La da dee la da dee. There's only me here in this stream. Apologies to anyone watching the VOD who's like, this is boring. Alright, it seems we're live. Okay. Cool, let me just chuck this link into places. Goodness gracious, I was wholly unprepared, I think. Hey! Ithraptoreth! As usual! Hello! I think... Okay, that's weird. Hold on. You know, I could swear I had my phone with me, because I use my phone to monitor chat, and yet it is not around. Oh well. I'll figure that out. In the meantime, let me check this link at more places. If I had other people to stream with, this would be a much less silence-filled task. One of these days. Anyway, there we go. Streaming, don't give it up, Luffy. I hate that. Anyway. Do. Difficulty. Okay. Cool. I think those are the places that I choose to check it at. Perhaps one more. I'll have to check in on chat once again once I've done that, as soon as I find the danged thing. There we go, that works. Okay. Officially. Oh, how have I been? I have been... I actually moved. I don't know if I know I said this in the Rolling with Difficulty server, but I said it in, like, the fanfiction channel. So, like, you know... Where the hell is my little stylus? Hold on. I thought I had set myself up, and now I've... Oh, there you are. I hope I'm not too quiet. I did my best to, like, crank up my mic volume as much as I could without, like, causing problems. I think this is alright, but my mic is also further from me than it usually would be because my current stream setup is a little unorthodox. Let's see. No, stop it. There we go. No, it's happening, I think. The thing that I didn't want to happen. Okay, hold on. I gotta change the port that my thing is plugged into. Or I just need to unplug it and plug it back in. There we go. Now. That's weird. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So let's see here. Hopefully it was fitting. Oh, yeah. Woo! That's good. We love being good on volume. Okay. If you ever hear anyone just like walking by randomly or something, or like noise from a kitchen, that's just my roommates. So anyhow, today, today I am going to stream. Oh right, I forget that I keep that in my little references folder. My little sub view. Today we are going to be streaming me drawing a thing from the Rolling with Difficulty like season 5 premiere, which is that one image of the most distinctive image on my top of season doodles. I think this is no wrong button. God damn it! Hold on, where is it? I know where the zoom button is, but I don't think it works for this window. There we go. This thing. This is my plan. My plan is to draw this, but better. Because the image was so strong in my brain when I first heard the description of like this, just like the the chitinous armor excising itself from Voss, that I had to like draw it. So that's what we're doing today. And the reason that the stream says that we are also doing a little singing probably is a thing that I will explain at a later moment in time, after I have gotten like a base sketch down. I think what I want to do here is no, wrong button. I think part of the reason that I'm so bad at games is that my hand-eye coordination is not as good as you would think it is. No, not new layer folder. God. La da dee la da dee. I think the move, I guess, like to say, I think the move went a little smoother than I was expecting it to, question mark? I guess that's the right way to say it. It was fast, and it went, and now it's happened. I still have some stuff that I need to get sent over up here, because, like, it's multiple state lines across, but, you know. Where the hell is the thing that I wanted? Oh, it's in screenshots. There you are. When I try, there you are. To look sly. Then you push all my curtains to the side. To the side. Let's not have the YouTube copyright guides strike me down. But actually, mentioning the YouTube copyright gods, it does remind me. So, I have this thing that I will do sometimes. Oh! Whoops, sorry. Yeah. I only have the window capture on, what's it called again? If I can just remember words anymore. I only have the window capture on specifically the window of Clip Studio Paint, because I'm, so like anytime I'm trying to open a file that's not in Clip Studio Paint to move it in, I will usually just be like, ah, blah, 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 this thing, that thing, and no one will know what I'm saying. Well, no, everyone will know what I'm saying. You get it. You understand the ethos of my statement. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So, I guess the mention of the copyright gods hath reminded me. There is a thing that I will do sometimes, where I've been doing this since I was approximately like 5 years old, but anytime like I listen to a song, my brain gets bored of things. I don't know if it's out of boredom, or just out of general. We're gonna draw the chest here. We need the shoulder like this and this. It needs to be like, just like, all the way. It needs to be like a revolutionary girl Lieutenant ass pose, I think is what that was the vibe that I wanted. Anyway, here, let me move the chat. Yay, it works. Okay. Or at least I think it should work. Darn. Okay. If I minimize this screen, check it here. Oh no! That changes everything. Hold on. Okay. So we can't be doing that. I'll just have to check in on chat periodically. Yeah, we love revolutionary girl Utena ass poses. To finally finish my gosh darn statement about the songs, there is, since I was small, I essentially, for fun, I noticed that harmonies existed, but I didn't have the word harmonies, and I just knew that, like, I just knew that sometimes songs could be sung one way, or another way. Like, you could deliver a song, as a... you could deliver a song... hold on, what was it again? You could deliver a song, like, the way that the music would suggest you could deliver it, or you would deliver it... God damn it. Why am I stuttering? No fair. Stop stuttering. I did not condone this. Okay. I'll get myself in a straight line really quick. Oh, it's because I'm drawing and talking, and I'm very unused to doing two things at once. Playing a game and talking is easy, because, like, sometimes I will just read the dialogue, and that's that on that. But drawing while talking is more difficult than I anticipated. It's very important that we make this man look emaciated as fuck. So anyhow, okay. I'll pause drawing just to finish my statement about the music. Basically, ever since I was a kid, I noticed that harmonies existed, and I noticed that the way you delivered a song, like the attack on a note, how long you held something for, etc., etc., like that completely changes shit about the song. And I found that fascinating, and I loved that, and so I would just start doing it casually to songs that I liked and knew, and even some songs that I didn't like or know, where I was like, I don't remember how this goes properly, but I do know that this sounds like something that probably should happen here, like melodically speaking. And I've been doing that since I was like single digits of age. And then way more recently, I realized that maybe I could do it like for funsies as a thing that I do TM, like in a public sphere, as opposed to just a cute, fun thing that I do myself for little to no reason. I realized that I could make that work pretty easy if I realized it in the context of I got Lover by Taylor Swift stuck in my head, but I did not get Lover by Taylor Swift stuck in my head. What happened was I just remembered that the chorus, I remembered the vibes of the song, and I remember that the chorus ended with you're my lover. Like, that's it. That's all I remembered. And I was infuriated that that was all I could remember. But I was at work at the time, so all I could really do was, like, look up the lyrics offhandedly, and then maybe hide in the bathroom for a hot second just to try and get it out of my head. And I couldn't listen to the song itself. So while I was reading off the lyrics because of the way they were ordered, I ended up what I call wibblifying the song to become the usual song is the usual song she delivers it with just like this like very short breathless delivery. She's like, "Can I go where you go?" And then it's like etc etc. So what I did to the song uh Vosh is in despair. Smitch? Smitch? What is smitch? Do you mean like a smooch? Don't tell me you have a crush on Voss, Rapturous. Bloodless Voss? Well, I guess he's no longer bloodless. Spoilers? Question mark. You clicked on the stream. Oh my goodness. Hey, Bushes and Burrows. Hello, hello. A sandwich. Oh, that makes sense. Like a sandwich. Yeah. Everybody in the crew except for Voss got a special customized sandwich from Finbar. God. You wanted a smooch from Voss? Anyway, right. The way that I changed Lover by Taylor Swift when I did not remember the melody but I still had the goddamn song stuck in my head was I changed the chorus entirely to be can I go where you go? Can we always be this close? And take me out and take me home forever and ever. You're my lover. And that successfully got the song out of my head, mostly. Because it got a completely different version of the song stuck in my head. And I realized that that was actually really fun for me. So throughout the stream, I was thinking maybe chat could suggest songs that perhaps they think I will know. And if I don't know the song, I will simply have to apologize and perhaps briefly look up the lyrics just to see, like, if I am unfamiliar with the song, I can look up the lyrics. But if I don't know the song at all, I'm like, sorry, man. Anyway, but yeah. Transparency, can't spell. Oh, thank you. Let's see here. Thank you so much. We're gonna call you B and B, bed and breakfast, Bushes and Burrows. My voice is very well suited to like that thing that I was doing with Lover, where like it's just like really soft and I don't know if jazzy is the right word, but like, you know, something that's soft and you would hear in like something anywhere from like the 40s through some lullaby that you sing like a 5-year-old. I don't know if that like that space of thing. I'm really good with that. My voice type is good for that. I once did a cover of Now or Never. Can't do punk vocals very well. But I wanted that goddamn cover to exist because I was really proud of the lyrics that I made. God dang it. That's the thing. I'm really good with, like, making lyrics of things that already exist. I'm really good at adapting shit, and I'm really bad at coming up with things just on the fly. Or, like, coming up with my own stuff. This is why I really like drawing Rolling with Difficulty stuff, because essentially they're already telling me what's happening, and I get to just, like, fully decide. It makes me feel so powerful to just decide this is what this character looks like, and this is what this action looks like. It's also, like, part of why I have so much fun with my little Soulmates AU fanfiction. Do-do-do-do. Hello, Mars! Hello, hello! Anything with Percy Jackson. Oh my gosh, the Percy Jackson musical. Are you serious? I once auditioned for a play in high school with My Grand Plan. The song Annabeth sings. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go over the cover. So the chorus goes. Okay. So I'm gonna do the chorus, I think. And maybe I will do other things if inspiration strikes as I go. So, if we want to wibblify the chorus to My Grand Plan from the Percy Jackson musical, it would probably go... My grand plan is that I will be remembered. My grand plan, just you wait and see. You better wise up or I'll rise up. Bring on any challenge, and someday soon the world will notice me. That's not much changes that I did, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the vibe that I went for. I especially like the last part. The last part, like the attacks I was doing. Da 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 da. There's something about that. It's iambic. That's it. Stressed, unstressed. I love iambic. Owl House musical soundtrack for the fandom? Oh my gosh, someone made an Owl House musical soundtrack? That's so cool! Let's see here. So, over here. Oh, it's an explanation for the B&B, the bed and breakfast. Let's see here. Figured out I'm adding vids of me and my friends. Visit. Said I'm Bush, my friend is the and my girlfriend's. Oh, that's so cute! That's so adorable! I love that! Because that would be absurd behavior for Little Miss Perfect. Let's see here. Gosh, that song is so good. I hate how good that song is. How dare it be as good as it is? Making me feel things. This is how I feel about a lot of fanfictions. Oh boy. And Sunday soon, I swear. I don't know how or when, but I promise you I'll never be invisible again. Oh! Yeah, that's another one of my favorite things. Is like you're building up to one note and then you go like a little higher and then do like a little riff downward. I love that. Love that. Adore that. One of my favorite things to do. That's the fun thing about running the Broadway Nebit vlog. Is that I can just do whatever the hell I want with a song. And no one can stop me. I mean, I guess that's the fun thing about being alive, is you can do whatever you want forever. Anyway, Little Miss Perfect, huh? I think... Ah! Oh boy, word of mouth, here we go. These proportions are off. Oh no, my grand plan is stuck in my head. I need to do a different song. Quick, brain! What's the first verse of Little Miss Perfect? Ah. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward, straight past. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council. I don't know if that's quite right. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward. There we go. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward, straight past. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council, I don't black out. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot my own my own little improvise. It's like, I don't black out at parties, I jam to Paul McCartney. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, well. Very interesting thing that okay, I wonder, what is that, music theory-wise, what I am doing? Like, I'd love to have a stream big enough to have someone who knows music theory better than I do in chat, uh, so that someone can tell me what the hell I'm doing whenever I do XYZ thing with a song. It's very fun, to have other people tell me what's going on, so that I don't have to figure it out myself. Really hard for me to figure that out on my lonesome most of the time. I really like that, actually. Straight pass, I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Oh, that's good too. I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council. Oh, okay. This is very interesting, the thing that I've done to this song. Straight hair, straight A, straightforward, straight past. I don't cut corners, I make a point to be on time. Head of the student council. I don't black out at parties, I jam to Paul McCartney. If you ask me how I'm doing, I'll say, well. Ugh. My voice kind of cracked a little there. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so hold on, I gotta compare this arm to the other arm. It looks like it should work, and yet it does not, so let me... No, not that. Give to me. Oh, and that's the problem, is that this is supposed to be right there. Okay. We turn it again. Wait. I was adopted when I was 2. My parents spoiled me rotten often. I ask myself, what did I do to get as far as I've gotten? Yeah, I get sideways on the channel as a guest. Totally. That's a thing that can happen. The man who I've only seen post occasionally on Twitter. I can just contact him and he will just appear on a stream of mine to tell me what I am doing to a song, music theory wise. That could be fun. I don't know. That's a great idea. Maybe one of these days I will work up the courage to just, I don't know, shoot him an email about it. Okay. I'm not gonna get much more out of redoing this pose anymore, so I'm just gonna move on. He's not gonna have a facial expression, he's just gonna be a silhouette, so I think... I don't care how Wally draws Voss. Voss has a skirt, because I say so. He probably also has shorts. But, like, I say this is a really fun design for him. It also really breaks up the silhouettes of the crew a little bit. Well, I don't think it necessarily, like, it diversifies the collective wardrobe of the crew. I guess the crew doesn't need necessarily their wardrobes diversified. I just really hate pants. I have a personal vendetta against pants as a concept. And I'm like, listen. The less I have to draw pants, the better. I say so, you say so, we all say so. We all know. Yeah, the time knife. We've all seen it. Hmm. Oh, right. Okay. Now for the interesting part. The sections of the armor coming off. This will be very fun. I want like a toxic green kind of color. That's camouflage green. That's Nepeta Homestuck green. That's emeraldish green. Hold on. I want something that looks absolutely disgusting. Ah, there we go. That's the thing, is that I saw that one Tumblr post about how, like, no color is inherently bad, it just depends on the context of the colors around it. And someone replied with, like, a series of, like, really horrible, disgusting, like, greens and yellows. And then they responded with just chucking, like, a classical painting of, like a marsh area. And it was so pretty, and the colors were so pretty. And they were like, see, I'm right. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're right. So now whenever I look for, like, an awful color, I can't find an awful color because I'm like, well, this one looks nice if you do this, that, and the other thing. That's the thing about me and information. Once I have a piece of information that I want to keep, it stays. Unless it is, like, event-based. How pants get used as a shorthand for, like, you can tell she's not your average girl because she wears pants. Look, gasp. Yes, exactly. I am cultured. If you're ever in a fix and it's a fix you need to nix, then I'm your go-to guy. You're not a guy. Don't be so literal. Gosh, I haven't listened to the entire Something Rotten soundtrack ever once. Okay, so this one's connected to the shoulder. This one's connected to the chest. This one is connected to the elbow here. This one's connected to the forearm. I think this is the forearm. We can make another one. And it's like broken off bits connecting to here. Yes, this is good. One sort of peeling off from his stomach, I think. That makes sense. Snap, snap. Pull, pull. Me. This is great. This is horrifying. I love it. Maybe I should put a body horror warning on the stream. God. Too late for that. We've all seen Rolling with Difficulty. We all knew what we were getting. You knew what you were getting into. Well, no, you didn't. You could have expected cute shipping art for all you know. I should probably do something about that. Anyway. No. This one needs to be in multiple pieces. Smaller bit. Larger bit. All connected. Ooh, yeah, they intersect. Okay, this is good. This is great. Good content. Yes. I think I want them to stretch further. That's the thing, is that, like, the thing that appeared in my brain was, like, a full animation, almost. Like, where, like, it's, like, with, like, full, like, wind up and, like, easing it, you know, all the fun, cool animation principles that you hear about from YouTubers who are really good at explaining shit. And, like, because a whole animation appeared in my brain, I have to essentially, like, edit the animation that lives in my brain to become a still illustration. And that's hard. That's harder than one might assume. Oh yeah, the mindset about the colors. Yeah. Gosh, how much chat latency is there? Expect. Expect stuff. Expect stuff from what? Anyway, I apologize for the chat latency. This is just kind of. This is just the way that it is. No, that's too many. That would make it cluttered. If that's the case, I want to move this down then. Oh, yes. There we go. Turn it a little, make it bigger. I make a point beyond time. Oh, another fun one that I just kind of did on my lonesome was in Bee and Puppy Cat. There's this really cute moment where it's Bee's birthday, and her dad, he is gone away. He is not in the picture for whatever reason. And I say whatever reason. I know the reason. I'm not telling you the reason. On purpose. Anyway, and on her birthday, she has a special box where he's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Peaches and Crows." I gotta be real. I I look up to so many people who are objectively better at art than I am. Like, I'm not saying this as like a dig at myself. I mean, like, art is a skill, and they are at a higher skill level than me. So because I look at so many of those people, I'm just over here like, I feel like this is like the art that I do is like passable, and then other people's art is good. You know what I mean? Which is like a common thing artists do. Um, and I tried my best never to voice an insecurity, because if I voice an insecurity, it kind of feels like it now is more real. Oh, spines coming off the back of his neck. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. You're gonna this. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying. Now they overlap, so we're gonna have to scooch that a little. Anyway, as I was saying, the fuck. I was saying something about art and artists and stuff. I really like Blue Period, by the way, which is a manga slash anime. Johnny Young Bosch voices the main character in the dub, which is great. I fucking love that guy. He plays Artemis and Neja. Great, phenomenal. Like, he plays Artemis from Sailor Moon and Neja from Lego Monkey Kid. That's amazing. Love that for him. Straight up, when I heard Neja speak for the first time, I knew in my bones I'd heard this fucking voice actor before. And I couldn't for the life of me remember. And, like, looking up Neja's voice actor is the thing that made me fully, like, cement what Johnny Young Bosch's, like, discography, I guess you could call it. Not discography. Discography is, like, for music. Filmography? You get it. It's the thing that, like, cemented, oh, okay. Oh, Johnny Young Bosch is all of those voices. No. The your boy Johnny Young Bosch, or like your boy Virla, presumably Virla. I'm silly. Let's see here. Words. What are words anymore? It's like, but Peaches and Crows. You don't gotta say that. It's like, it's weird. It's like, I've always known that, like, judging quality via comparison is a very, we're gonna call it, treacherous endeavor that you must be very careful about, right? I've always known this, in my heart of hearts. Cause, like, if you judge your progress based upon where you want to be, and you choose someone else's, like, place where they are as where you want to be, then you need to make sure that, like, that thing, like, you need to make sure that where you want to be, progress-wise, is, like, a static location. That way you know whether or not you're getting to it. And, like, it's either a static location or it's a specific direction that you know you can just go in infinitely, right? That's, like, my ethos on progress, I guess you could say. I love articulating things on the spot. That's what I have just done here. No, not brightness and contrast. Shush. A little less of a blur, but still a blur. Okay, anyway. Let's see here. 50 different art styles I want. Trying to focus on one at a time. Yeah! Robot Wizard sketches! Yes, Necho does steal the scenes he's in. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, ideas. Chat, do you have ideas for Mars? Oh my gosh, Kath, hi! Hi! Hello. My, what have we here? Oh my gosh, back to musics, somehow. Gosh, Elton John is very fun. One of my favorite facts about David Bowie is that one of the last things he ever wrote was No Control for the SpongeBob musical. I connect David Bowie and Elton John in my brain, even though I'm sure they've met before, but their styles of music are notably different from what I understand. And one of them is still alive. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have a very casual relationship with death. I probably should think before I talk about it. Anyway, yeah, this pen will do for the lining. And I'll use this color. Ah, a Jedi Danny. Phenomenal. Hello. I think this is the most people, like, actively in chat that I've had in ever. Which is fun. Oh, bye B&B. Bye-bye. Have fun. Wherever it is that you are off to. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Every truly cultured music student knows you must learn your scales and your arpeggios. Feel the music ringing from your chest and not your nose when you do your scales and your arpeggios. Do, mi, so, do. Gosh. That was one of the first songs I ever did for the Broadway Nepeta blog, and it was very fun to me. Anyhow, this is gonna be a silhouette, so I'm not too concerned about the insides of the lines looking clean, so long as the outer shape looks nice. Also, it works for dramatic effect pretty well, if it's a little messy. Anyway, oh gosh, I completely lost my train of thought. The numbers are booming! Okay, let's see here. Oh gosh, I feel like I was saying something. Chat, can you please remind me what the hell I was talking about? If one of you would like to rewind or something. Or if you just already remember. I have forgets things disease. looking at. I heard, like, art advice that you should always try to make, like, long strokes, and I'm gonna be real, that's too frustrating for me to implement. If something is a certain level of frustrating for me, I just decide not to do it. Although it feels a little bad, because, like, it's like, they're trying to give you good advice on how to get better at art. Don't you want to get better at art? And I'm like, I want to get better at art. But also, it's my art. It's mine. Go away. Stop telling me how to do my art. Oh, the SpongeBob musical. That's right. Elton John, David Bowie, SpongeBob musical. Um, oh, a song and a question from Raptor77. That's fun. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, nostalgic horror memory movies? Okay. Okay, so this is actually partially a bit that I added to a script that I'm working on right now, but I will tell you here because it's fun. My first favorite movie ever was Finding Nemo. My second favorite movie ever was How to Train Your Dragon, and my third favorite movie ever was Coraline. So that's my taste in movies, I guess. Or, like, that's my formative taste in movies. Like, that was, like, when I was itty bitty, like, that was, like, the stuff. I also have a fondness for, movies from, like, for lack of a better word, any movie that I perceive as old and distinctive. Um, like, if it's distinctive and new, I'm like, oh, cool, that's distinctive and new. But I have a special fondness for movies that are, like, old and distinctive. I think I got this because I spent a lot of summers at my grandmother's, and she just, like, she's, like, an old school musical theater kind of person, and also she, like, constantly had, like, the classic movies channel running. Um, so it just made sense to me that it would, it just made sense to me that I would like these movies. Um, Anyway, let's see. Words. Right. I have a story actually about Finding Nemo. So, the first time I ever saw the Iron Giant in my life, I was at a daycare because, like, my mom was like, my mom would, like, hop over multiple counties to find, like, a teaching job at a place at one point in my life. Like, she needed a teaching job, and she was, like, interviewing, like, multiple counties over. Because, like, we lived in a pretty rural area. And, this day, she was, like, you know, I was, like, I think kindergarten aged or something. And it might have been the summer, but I can't completely remember. We were at this one place, and she dropped us off at a daycare for the day while she did her interview and also various other stuff around the town that we were in. She didn't end up getting that interview, so I never went back to that place. But it's still so distinctive in my memory because that day we were given the option at movie time. Hey kids, do you want to watch The Iron Giant or Finding Nemo? And I had never heard of The Iron Giant, but I knew I loved Finding Nemo. And I was really bitter when everybody else in the class just so enthusiastically was like, Iron Giant, Iron Giant, oh my gosh, Iron Giant. We were like, I don't know, 7? At most. It was like, it was anywhere from 7 to, no, definitely not 9. I was definitely not 9. I think this was before 2nd grade. It was like neighborhood of before 2nd grade. So that's the age I was at the time. And, everyone else was like, Iron Giant, oh my gosh! And I had never heard of this fucking movie. I just knew that I really liked Finding Nemo. But I was the only person in the class who wanted to watch Finding Nemo. And so I went into the movie Iron Giant, bitter that I wasn't watching Finding Nemo. And The Iron Giant, as a film, as a piece of art, is so good that it got me, someone who was not even double digits of age yet, to feel, like, remorseful by, like, approximately the 80% mark of the movie, that I went into the movie feeling bitter about the movie. Do you know how good a movie has to be to elicit that kind of reaction in like, a 7-year-old? That's insane! Oh, Kath turns up stabilizer. That makes sense. Ooh, a favorite musical artist question. Okay. So, if you asked me who's my favorite musical artist when I was in the 2nd grade through the 7th grade, I would have said Taylor Swift. Maybe Owl City. Like Taylor Swift and Owl City, those two guys. Those two guys, you know. White people music. Why does that sound so mean? I guess because I've only ever heard the phrase white people music to refer to music as being lame, but I really do genuinely think that Taylor Swift and Owl City are, like, good artists. Like, I have a friend who thinks Taylor Swift is just boring, and I'm like, no, she her lyrics are, like, she is a very competent lyricist. She is incredibly competent as a lyricist, and she was very formative for me. Owl City was just really cool, and he was the first person whose entire discography I ever went through, like, deliberately, you know what I mean? However, in the 7th grade, I discovered 5 Seconds of Summer. And also Cave Town. So my music taste ranges from Taylor Swift and Owl City, show tunes, and 5 Seconds of Summer. So, like, if there's a triangle, so to speak, right? If you graphed all of my music tastes on a little triangle, one vertex would be 5 Seconds of Summer. One vertex would be Taylor Swift, Owl City, and one vertex would be musical theater. Those are the 3 vertexes that I work on. Taylor Swift is white girl music. Yes, you're correct. Definitely scared of movies. Interesting. Like, as in movie theaters or movies themselves? Right? Because, like, I can understand a small child being afraid of going to a movie theater and experiencing, like, a movie on a really big screen with really loud noises in the dark. Like, I understand that. Like, movies as a concept? As an artistic medium? You were scared of movies? Oh, Lovejoy and James Marriott. Those are good picks. Um, yeah. This is great. This is phenomenal. I am having so much fun. I am getting so much enrichment in my little enclosure. uh, do 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 do. It is really strange how like I've said this in a video once before, but you would not be able to tell from hearing my voice, or probably even looking at my persona. But I am, in fact, half of a black person. Which is to say that I'm biracial. However, because I grew up in such a white area, and for reasons, my mom's side of the family, I straight up didn't know my mom had her own side of the family until I was in the 3rd grade. So that's, like, let alone, like, meeting most of them. So, I mostly visited my dad's side of the family, who were the white people. My dad's one of the most, we're gonna call him, my dad is one of the most endearingly white people I've ever known. When I say, like, endearingly white, like, the flavor of white person who's like, he a little confused, but he got the spirit. But, like, less he a little confused and he got the spirit, and more like, yeah. It's like, white and nerdy by Weird Al. That flavor of white guy. That's my dad. And, like, he's fun and funny. And I like him. And anyway, what am I trying to say? So like, because I learned most of my charisma skills from my dad, and grew up in like very white areas and spent more time around my dad's family than my mom's family. I developed this method of speaking and these tastes in media that are incredibly white. And hold on, where did the there we go. Okay. I was like, where did the brush that I was using go? What was the shortcut that I clicked on? Anyway, what am I trying to say? Right, right. So, boop. I know, right? Where did you put the other half? He's just like me for real. My parents come from Colombia, but like I only met my dad's family members in person. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like it's so interesting. That actually reminds me randomly of I read this one fan fiction. I read this Homestuck fan fiction that is seared into my. So my soulmate AU that I made for rolling with difficulty. The soulmate mechanics are something that I fully stole from this Homestuck fan fiction. It is called MC Escher. That's my favorite MC. You should read the content warnings if you want to read it, but it's very good. It's so fucking good. MC Escher. That's my favorite MC. Great fucking fan fiction. I adore it with my entire fucking heart and soul. And basically, because of the world building, the short version is that the aliens, the trolls, they are on Earth, but they're essentially like it's like Earth is essentially like a weird like exile area for trolls where like because of the world building that they have invented, essentially the condescension tried to take over the Earth, and the humans literally said fuck no, fuck off, and they were so fucking like aggressive and terrifying that it scared they were so aggressive and terrifying and territorial and like the it's like it's a very humans or space orcs take on what would happen if the trolls tried to take over the Earth. The way that it's described in Homestuck proper. Where like if she tried to pull the kind of things that they say she pulls in Homestuck, there would be like there would be just like regular moments of like humans being like, no, fuck off. Despite the fact that, like, functionally speaking, she has the fire power, they have the psionic power, however, like, etc., etc. And also because soulmates exist as a physical fact of the universe in this world. But they're a phenomenon specific to humans in MC Escher. That's my favorite MC. Let's see here. Oh wow. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, developing like tastes based on where you are. It's very. Oh right. I was connecting all of this to MC Escher. That's my favorite MC because Cardcat essentially because of the world bending, all of the ancestors, all of the adult trolls, they are the ones raising the kid trolls, which is not the thing that happens in canon if you don't know. The thing that happens in canon is that all of the kids are on Alternia, and and no adults are allowed on Alternia, because if adults are allowed on Alternia, that means that the condescension has a harder time controlling the youth populace, because then other adults can just like intervene in the lives of the children. Like that's a thing. That's a canon piece of world building, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, so what was I saying? The canon of this soulmates fanfiction is so that what happens is all of the trolls that we know, one, they all exist at the same time. So like all of the like auxiliary trolls, you know, the Dancestors, the second versions of the trolls that you keep hearing about. They sorry, they exist at the same time, and they are being raised by the adult trolls, the adults, and they're all basically almost all of them are in Houston, like in Houston, Texas, for reasons. I love Texas. Anyway, my partner will tell you that Texas isn't real, and I guess they're probably right. Anyway, so the they're all in Texas, and essentially, like, Karkat has an entire, like, element of his character that he didn't have in canon. That's fascinating, and I love it, and I identified with it, even though I was like, I feel like this isn't, like, it's not, like, it's a very, like, second generation immigrant kind of story going on there, you know. Uh, where, like, you're like, I am around a lot of adults who were, like, they knew things, and, like, it's like, they go into details about how, like, the food on Alternia is completely different, and the best they can do is, like, make substitutes about it, when they're on Earth. Like, if they want to have, like, food that tastes like the adults are used to. But all the kids are like, I don't know, I've grown up in America. I said, like, there is a line Karkat says, when they meet some other humans. There's a lot of universe hopping shenanigans that happen because, of course. And, there's a line Karkat says when someone clocks the reason that they think he sounds really strangely familiar, but also really strange anyway. Someone clocks, wait a minute, he says something about growing up in Houston, and the other person clocks, that's it! You sound like you're from Houston! And that's so strange, because I'm not used to Karkat sounding like that. And he just, like, he, like, blithely smiles, and he's like, and he's like, to humans I sound like an alien, and to aliens I sound like an American. I can't win. Essentially. And, like, I loved that line so much. Apparently my country is... Do you mainly read Homestuck fanfictions? No, this one lodged itself into my brain so deep. It's a part of my soul now. It's that good. And I stole the soulmate mechanics to make my rolling with difficulty fanfiction. That's the thing with this guy. Like, Homestuck has been a part of my soul ever since the 6th grade, or maybe it's the 7th grade. I don't completely remember. Do I want it to be messy, or yeah, I think I want it to be, like, this flavor of messy. But I want it to be, like, a little more specific in the messiness. Anyway. So, yeah. Can I go where you go? That version that I invented of Lover by Taylor Swift is never going to leave my brain for the rest of my life. I think I like it better than the actual version. Don't tell the Swifties that. I guess I'm ontologically a Swiftie, but I'm not really. Anyway, Stream Taylor's version. What am I saying? Right. The main fanfics that I essentially, I don't know. I think the highest quantity of fanfictions, like the fandom that I have read the highest quantity of fanfictions for, I think was Yuri on Ice, when I was a high schooler. And we don't need to talk about the rest of that. But you know. Yes, there we go. That's exactly what I want. He who he. I keep zooming out so far because, like, the mechanics of the zoom is a little difficult, sometimes. Can we always... Let's check chat. Did I miss any questions or anything? Ontologically a Swiftie. Yeah, you get it. Your Spanish sounds so American. You have an accent when you speak English. Can't win. Exactly. You get it. Oh yeah, the Royalty AU. Gosh, Royalty AU, it's so fun. I unfortunately have not read any of the Royalty AU, Kath. I'm so sorry. I want to eventually, but also like because of like the specific vibes that a Royalty AU strikes, I know that I will really want to just read all of it in one go. Uh and so I guess I just maybe I am just waiting for it to finish to start reading it. That sounds I don't think it sounds mean, but it sounds disheartening. um but anyhow, like I would never blame someone for being like, this Soulmates fanfiction has hold on. How many words does my rolling with difficulty fanfiction even have? I'm so curious. Hold on, I'm pausing drawing, I'm looking through my own AO3 account. Okay. I keep my crewmates in my soul. Has a total of 36,000 words published, right? And I am 4 chapters in. I don't know how many chapters I'm gonna have. Because, like, this next chapter is such a canon divergence that I will then have to start inventing stuff more than I have before. Oh, what's my favorite food? What languages do I speak? I speak English and vibes. Those are the 2 languages I speak. um uh those are the I my partner and I have been trying to learn Japanese. My partner's further than I am. Favorite food is a good question. I don't think I have one of those. Because the thing is, I have incredibly disordered eating habits. What with having ADHD. ADHD makes it very difficult for me to have eating habits that are, one might consider, good. And so because of that, I rarely think about what my favorite food is. I just know that I have the world's biggest sweet tooth. Well, that's a lie. Not the world's biggest. I can, like, there are some things that make me go, that is disgusting, at least, that is disgusting amounts of sugar. What is wrong with you? There's something wrong with you for creating that. Like, at the very least, I want you to balance that amount of sugar with something that actually, like, tastes good with that amount of sugar. You get me? Like, I will love to eat straight caramel, but if you combine, like, Lucky Charms and chocolate syrup and cotton candy, it's like, there's this thing called, like, a cotton candy burrito or something that was, like an Instagram food back in, like, 2019 or something. And I looked at that thing and I'm like, there's something wrong with the people who made this. So, anyhow. I guess I don't have peaches. That's it. Peaches. That's my favorite food. It's part of why I like Sun Wukong so much. In like a monkey kid. Oh my gosh. I've been needing to do I don't know if needing is the right word. I've tried to do the Journey to the West daily thing. I am so far on chapter 6 question mark, and they are on chapter 18 or something. And I'm like, gosh dang it. It's really hard for me. But what I have read so far, phenomenal, great, I love it. I'm in a little group chat a friend of mine made specifically for that. And yet. Flower Fruit Mountain really has Never Neverland vibes. I said that in the group chat, but, like, I stand by that statement so hard. Like, legit, Flower Fruit Mountain, big Neverland. Anyhow, so let's check the chat. Yeah, exactly. You've seen it. You've seen the burrito. Ooh, savory person. That's fun. Let's see here. Oh, Indy 500! We love racing. Gosh. Danny is, like, made for a completely different genre than everyone else on the crew, and it's so fun to see her interacting with everyone else. It's so fun. I love it so much. Let's see. Seen the burrito, I can relate farther than I am. Fair. Vibes is a very important language. Thank you so much, Mars. You understand me. Yeah. Let's see here. Sometimes it's a hard line of calm down there, bud. Exactly. You get it. Every contribute anything. I love it. Great winning, amazing fic. I can't finish it for the life of me. It's only 70k words. I understand. There is this one Lego Monkey Kid fanfiction that recently got me in a death grip. It's still ongoing, and it's almost ended. It has so many, like, animatics and fan art about it that, like, it's called A Garden Across, I think it's either R or Your Collarbone. I think it's R. The Garden Across Our Collarbone. It is a Spicy Noodles fanfiction. Because that is my primary ship. I have a friend who thinks that, like, they, don't necessarily have much, like, listen, I understand they don't have much footing to stand on in canon. That much. Objectively speaking, I think objectively speaking, obviously the married couple in the show is the one who has the most ground to stand on as far as shipping goes. I would say then after that is the divorced couple, which is Pigsy and Tang. So glad Red finally got to the Doomville King chapter. I forgot how much novel Doomville King is different from the awesome wife guy Doomville King is in the show. I know, right? I was like, I wasn't surprised about the difference from the source and I wasn't surprised about the difference. I was surprised that the people who made Lego Monkey Kid had decided to just throw away the had decided to just completely throw away the infidelity aspect, right? I don't know if infidelity, like, that's the thing, is that, like, I haven't actually read that chapter, so I can't, like, fully talk about it, but, you know, rapers are so annoying to try and find fix for. Oh, I getcha. Oh, let's see here. Bye, Jedi Danny. Ta-ta. Be safe, fees and such out there. Tang and Pixie, you're such an old married couple, you really are. My partner's partner, which is a fun sentence to say, started watching Lego Monkey Kid for the first time, and, when I described through the grapevine, Pigsy and Tang as simultaneously married and divorced, they were like, that's exactly the vibe I was getting. I thought it was something. Yeah, I getcha. I don't think I've ever shipped, like, a rare pair, as far as I can recall. Okay, I think Hans and Davian technically counts as a rare pair. I think it counts. But also the fandom's generally, like, smaller than one might expect would garner, like, a rare pair in the first place. Does that make sense? What's another... I'm thinking about Haikyuu now. What are my ships from Haikyuu? And are any of them rare pairs? The answer is no. The answer is no. Because, I'm a very straightforward, very basic kind of person in a lot of ways. Alrighty. Very interesting how it kind of looks like its shoulder is dislocated for the sake of the pose. I think what I want to do, actually... There we go. That. Okay, that feels better. And then I have to go over this again. Oh, whoops. Wrong layer. I should not have done that on that layer. Merge the layers, Kronk. Wrong layer! Merge the layers, Kronk. God, I love Kronk, Emperor's New Groove. Oh, speaking of Kronk, if any of you don't watch CJDX, I highly recommend for a first video either the Kronk effect, which is like a more recent video. The Kronk effect is like That's one of the ones I would suggest watching first. Out of the YouTube filmography of CJ the X, or um, Tangled without the first 5 minutes. Um, one of those two. As your first CJ the X video. Highly recommend that. They're both very accessible, and they're both very. They both get the vibes across, like, almost precisely, I think. And then you can, like, dive into, like, other shit they've done. They're so good. They're so good. They rewired my brain, I think, for forever. um, Go watch CJ the X. They're so cool and neat and good at art. You should also listen to their music. It's good music. It's intense, but it's good. Let me check the chat. Oh, I haven't seen Good Omens. I have not seen all of Good Omens. I have read part of Good Omens, and I have watched part of Good Omens, and I have not finished either. But I understand everything that happens. Well, not everything. I understand the arc of the story, and I know about season 2. Who does? Anyone who's been on Tumblr knows about season 2. You crazy? I say, are you crazy? As though you just said that I should. As though you insinuated that I didn't know about season 2. You didn't. I was talking to the voice in my brain that says, like, what about season 2 though? Like, obviously that's the next logical step. And I'm over here like, you think I don't know about season 2 of Good Omens? You fool? You rube? Don't call out on Ray Fairs. Few more pairs I ended up liking. Most from MHA era. Oh my gosh, My Hero Academia. Hold on. I think My Hero Academia is the one that I have, like, the second most fanfictions for. No, it's actually the one. Okay, so it's tied. My Hero Academia fanfictions are tied with the Homestuck fanfictions for how many I have made. Which is very funny to me. I'm not sure why, but it is. I have a very extensive list of fanfictions now that I look at. Not list. I guess extensive is the right word. I have such an eclectic list of, like, things that I've written. It's very funny to me. Yup. Okay. Now I think I can just fill in the silhouette. And, oh yeah, I gotta backlight this. I don't know if backlight's the right word. Like, I want that effect from, like, 90s anime or something, whenever it was, where they would make the animation cells transparent and just have the light box behind the animation cells. Like, just remove the background, have the light box behind the transparent cells, and have that be, like, the thing that gets the thing across. You know, like, there's this really specific technique. I saw it, and I saw, like, a way to replicate it, and that's what I want to do with this, because that is the thing. That is the image in my brain. I wanted that so hard. So now we simply take Bloodless Voss and we pick a color for him to be. It's very dark, very broody. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use, like, a gouache brush or something. Dry gouache? Oh, yes, perfect. Okay. This is great. This is phenomenal. I'm loving this. Coloring things in is, like, my favorite part. Because it's just, like, it's so vibes. I feel like I was in the middle of a sentence, wasn't I? You know what? I feel like there was a statement that I wanted to make at some point that I didn't make, and then the conversation moved on. I can't for the life of me recall, and that's fine. That's fine. I'll probably say something akin to it later. perhaps not later this stream, but later in a different stream. I really want to stream on Sundays. Like, I want to do that regularly. Do you? Oh my gosh, wait. This is the exact color and texture of a scab. Oh god. It only just occurred to me that this is the case. Let's check chat. Ooh, my favorite kind of weather. Interesting. My favorite kind of weather is humid and overcast. That is my favorite kind of weather. I love it when it is humid and overcast. The temperature does not matter so long as it is humid and overcast. Which is an insane favorite weather. And then we're gonna make this like a toxic kind of purple, I think. And then dark. Yes, there we go. Maybe make it a little... Oh, okay. A little more. That makes it in line with the other thing more. Yeah, okay. This works, I think. No, it needs to be darker. Okay. It's almost black. But, like, because it contrasts with the other color, you get the idea that there's something going on with the pigment. At least on my screen, that's how I read it. So, that's good. Do I want to use the same brush? No, I think I want to use, Yeah, that looks a little more goopy somehow. Amount of paint. Yes! Oh my gosh. Perfect. Okay. I love fucking around with brushes. It's one of my favorite things. Do I want to increase the color stretch? Yes, I think I do. Yes, wonderful. We love when a dude has the perfect energy in a drawing. It's great. It was so shocking in the first episode of the season how like you know, last episode of last season he says, so this is probably going to become like a thing later that this thing needs to get off of me somehow. If you know, could maybe help me out with that. And she's like, yeah, sure, dude. Yeah. And then immediately season 5. Immediately we go back in time to season 1. We start the entire series over. There's time travel now, bitches. Anyway, no, it's not gonna work. Start the entire series over. There's time travel now. God. Anyway, where was I? Where was I? There was something I was... oh, right. Immediately, it's like, hey, I'm gonna put you in a chest of character, and yoink your fucking armor out of your body. Out of your skin, where it was. Which is just, like, crazy. It's crazy to me, the turnaround on that plot point. That's it. The plot point turnaround was like insane. I loved it. Mhm. Oh my gosh, it's coming together. It's coming together. Or maybe it's coming apart. Teehee. I'm so funny. Did you know I'm the funniest person alive? It's true. Don't Google it. Oh, wonderful, phenomenal, yes! Ah! Gag, gag. Gotta love experimentations, yeah! Austin was like, and it's fucking painful. It's just like, I was like, absolutely, this is exactly what I wanted out of this, out of a moment like this. Like, because, like, it's like, because we had an entire, like, intermission between seasons to speculate, it felt pretty right to me when it happened immediately in episode 1, but I have to wonder how that's going to be like in like a listening back experience, like without the buffer of time. It would be very interesting. Cuz like I know, for instance, Revolutionary Girl Utena, cuz everything comes back to Revolutionary Girl Utena lately with me. Um in Revolutionary Girl Utena, um there was oh gosh. Hold on. What was I trying to? Right. The moment to moment episode nonsense uh is very, it's very much, what was it again? It's very much clearly made to be watched week to week. And so when you watch a bunch of it at once, it feels a bit like the gears are clicking and clacking and coming together in a speed that is very surreal. There's something about Revolutionary Girl Utena that is deeply surreal, and I love it. Alright, let's see here. Where are you? Create a selection. Expand the selection by, like, we're gonna say 3. And I think that's all the inside bits. Yep, 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 yep. Cool. Then we invert this selection. And then we dump white paint here. I think I want it to be like a blue white. Like not completely white, just the littlest bit blue. Oh, exactly the color. No, not exactly the color. A little more white. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay. We good. Dun 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 dun. Wait, Summerton was gonna make an Utena video? Ew. Ooh, the best thing about drawing robots is that their hands can move in weird ass ways. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're so right. Gosh, I loved, like, when I was first getting into rolling with difficulty, I loved being one of the people who, like, who was just like quite literally per capita. I was, um, I was objectively the person who made the highest quantity of fan art for a little while there. Um, And I thought that was very fun and delightful to be that person. I liked it. It was fun. Yes, there we go. That's exactly the thing that I wanted. I want to maybe. Ah! Oh my gosh! Ah! These are the noises that I usually make whenever something goes really well for me. I want to add, like, I think a contrast layer or something. High yield, high reward, yeah! Alright, let's see. Or wait, I have to presume you were talking about Summerton still when you said that. I don't completely understand what you mean in relation to that. I was still squeeing about the, what's it called, the effect. The effect TM. You've seen the effect. You can see it. Ooh, idea. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this. What's like a really good blood red color? That's pretty good. I want to make it a little more this direction. Saturated all the way. Maybe not all the way. I think instead I want to make it dark. Oh. This one. This color. Right here. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's pretty cool, but I think it could be better. What to do? Maybe... Perhaps the addition of the red in the first place. I'm experimenting. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't think it needs this red, but I think it needs something dark. Ooh, yes. This is good. And I want to make sure that I preserve as much of the texture going on as possible. Ah! Yes! Ah! Ah, wonderful. Ooh, my favorite thing to draw. Good question. Yeah! Finish the Virla page! Let's go! Oh, yeah, you were talking about the effect. On to Kiana. Yes, excellent. Favorite thing to draw. That's interesting. I don't think I have one of those. I can say that the first thing that I ever got complimented on drawing really well was birds. Like, I just sort of figured out how to do really good, like, bird things. Like, here, I'll show you. Square. We'll change the color to this nice turquoise slate kind of color. So, like, essentially, I realized, oh, like, a bird is sort of, like, I looked at, like, rubber ducks or something, and I was like, okay, so if I draw the head of a bird, like, I'll draw the head of a bird like this, right? And then there's the chest of the bird. And then the tail. And my pencil work is a little shaky because I don't really have a screen tablet. And I could turn on stabilizer, but I don't really care to. There's the tail. And I think the way that I did it at first was that it was like one of those like really straight out robin tails. That was like the one that I got complimented on. It was a straight out robin tail. And got the little bird feet. There's bird feet. Cheap. And then after that, I just sort of folded the wings like so. Oh gosh, that... I don't know how I do wings a little differently than I used to then. I think it was actually that I was... Yeah, that's what it was. And then we got a little beak. And a little eye. The bird that I remember drawing that got me the compliment looked better than this, but... Then again, I'll never see that bird again, because I was in the 1st grade or something. No, I was in the 3rd grade. I was in the 3rd grade. But yeah, the first thing I ever got complimented on drawing was, like, a bird. Like, the wings of a bird, and all the other kids in my music class were like, whoa, how'd you do that, right? So I think my favorite thing to draw is, like, wings. little wings. Little, like, wings that I can, like, say, like, yeah, you know, flutter, flutter. Flutter, flutter. It's just really nice to draw, like, the overlapping feathers to me. I like it a lot. I'm not necessarily more competent at it than other things. But I like it best. That's a good bird. Ah, yeah, I see. I'm trying my best to, like, I'm good with poses, I'm bad with anatomy, and that does not mesh well. Like, I guess I am a basic amount of competent at anatomy, but I'm not necessarily good at it. So I did that. I feel like there's one last thing that I want to add. Like, it needs something, like a texture. Hold on, I have textures. I can't read the textures because most of them are for, like, brushes that I found in places. Oh, that's an interesting texture. What if I drop that in? Oh my gosh, like a CRTV screen. Oh my gosh, wait. This is actually really cool. Holy shit. Wait, that's cool. If I make it smaller. Okay. And then what I want to do is change the layer mode or something. Layer mask, layer selection, layer settings. There we go. Layer settings. Gosh. Not change layer name. I know it's in here somewhere. Colorize? No. Canvas properties? I know it's in here because I've done it before. It's fine. I think that, like, it's functionally imperceptible, but, like, you feel it. Like, you know? The vibes are on point with this. These lines. I'm so sure there's a way to do this. Oh, hold on. I think I have to rasterize it first. Then I can convert the layer. I guess I didn't have to rasterize it to convert it, but then I can convert it to a color layer. And then I can lock the transparency pixels, and I can just add whatever color I want on top of this. So let's say, just curious. Whoa! Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. I think I want it to be like a weird, sickening purple mauve color. Oh, exactly that. That, exactly. Eight should do the trick, I think. It's a very low opacity, but it's good. Floofy hair, unrealistic anatomy. Ah! Yeah, I see. I think I once described Red's art style as, you know, I can't remember the exact words I used. I'm gonna say that it's I remember it being something like disturbingly distinctive. No, that's not the right word. Not disturbingly. Uncannily? No. It's like this flavor of distinctive that is also like, because Red's style is so in line with conventional aesthetics of pretty and simple, especially like one would see in a cartoon meant to be animated really fast, and really well, like, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you so much. Hooray, it looks good. Yay! Yay! That is the entire image I thought of. Oh, I think I want to add one correction layer. Just to... Let's see here. Brightness and contrast, hue, saturation, luminosity, posterization, reverse gradient, level correction. Level correction? I think that's what I want. I want to lean more into the blacks. That's not what that's doing. Oh, okay, interesting. On Drawfee, they call this the hitting the make the colors good button, I think. Yes, exactly! I wanted it to be a little more in the center. That's it. I wanted to center the colors more. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Oh, this is great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, not you. Maybe widen it a little? Okay, not that much, though. I want the threads to kind of look strange and gangly. And I want it... I think this is good. Yeah, this is good as the width, I think. Maybe nudge it a little. Okay. There we go. Should I lower the opacity? I really like what this does. Like, I like it a lot. I want to know if I should make it this intense, though. 84, 100%. I don't think it should be full intensity. We'll go 88. I like 88. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ah! The quest is complete! Ah! Now, I feel like I was... Oh gosh. What was I in the middle of saying before I got distracted by, like, one more thinging myself? Oh! It's like, Red's art style is like... It is like so... How do I explain it? It's like... It is objectively so good and so high skill, and I adore it with my whole heart. And it's not that it's uncanny. It's that... What was it? There's something so specific that I'm trying to hit on. It's so in line with conventional aesthetics of pretty and pleasing and straightforward and clear. It's so clear. The clarity is insane, and I adore that. Like, the level of redundancies, positive, like redundancies as in like code redundancies maybe, the level of redundancies in her, her stuff, what's it called again? In her art, where she will be like, okay, this is the core thing. I will now support that core thing with as much as I can. Like, that's a thing that she does regularly. And it's fascinating to me to look at. And I love it. And, but there's something about it that feels like the platonic ideal of an art style. And that's spooky. I think that's the thing. There's something about her art style that feels like the platonic ideal of an art style. Does that make any sense, chat? Am I making sense? Oh, yeah, hold on. Alright. We now export the file, I suppose. I'm so sorry if you hear some weird bass feedback. Someone has decided to attach multiple subwoofers to their car or something while they drove by the apartment. Yeah, alright, it makes perfect sense. We love when things make sense. Alright. I've saved this image of Voss. Ooh, there's a fun idea. So I think I want to close out the hour. Like, I want to just, like, spend the next, like, 12 hours. Gosh. Sorry, sometimes I will, ever since I discovered something about my teeth, I realized, basically, I will sometimes slip into a lisp because I discovered semi-recently that, actually, the way my teeth are positioned, I don't actually form the letter S the way most normal people form the letter S. Like, when you form the letter S, you will usually put your tongue directly against the back of your two front teeth, right? Like, it's like, if you make an S sound, it's like, that's the reason that a lot of people, like, that some kids have a hard time differentiating the TH sound and the S sound, is that, they both involve you putting your tongue up against the back of your teeth, but the th sound, is you, like, going a little lower and trying out a different syllable, while the, like a different, like, intensity or whatever of, you get it. But the S sound is you, like, creating, like, a tunnel, so to speak. And that's why sometimes S's whistle. So, the thing is, my bicuspids, the teeth directly next to my two front teeth, they are shoved back a little because of reasons. I still have not gotten braces, and I should. But, because of this, I straight up don't form S's in my mouth that way. I press my tongue directly to the top of my hard palate. So, when I make this S sound right here, that's not me pressing my tongue against my teeth. If I press my tongue against the back of my two front teeth, I sound like a cartoon nerd. I sound like I am, like, a cartoon character from the 90s who's about to get shoved in a locker. I can't form the SH sound right when I do that either. So, like, every S sound and every SH sound is me pressing my tongue directly up against my hard palate instead of my two front teeth. Which is, like, a thing that most people whose teeth are normal don't do. So if you ever hear me slipping into, like, talking like this is just me. After I realized that I could do this, I now started wanting to do it more. Because I think it sounds cute. Anyway, what I wanted to say in all of this was that I wanted to do some more little wibbly songs. I wanted to wibblify a few more songs, if you will recall from the top of the stream. Before I, like, sign out at, like, 7-ish, I guess. Or, like, I don't know, maybe 7:15 at the latest. Because, like, I've been streaming for, like, 2 hours now. I have tea! I haven't been drinking all stream, I have some tea! Oh my gosh, much better. That's wild how I just forget my surroundings. My partner calls the area behind the laptop screen the void, because they're right. I hope the stream hasn't, like, died or anything. No, yeah, okay, it's still live. Okay. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is, so far, We have done Lover by Taylor Swift. We have done My Grand Plan from The Lightning Thief. We have done... What else did we do? I know we did another thing. Little Miss Perfect. That's what it was. Was there a fourth one that we did? Chat, do you remember? Oh, I wanted to do the one from Bee and Puppycat. I started describing it, and then chat asked me a question, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should read that off and stuff. So, the song in Bee and Puppycat, the original goes, I changed it in the standard way that I usually will do them a lot of the time, where the original goes, like, don't be sad, I'm still your dad, I'd be there if I could, I sure hope that you're not broke, and everything's been running good, right? So I, of course, decided to make it a little fancier, and I went, don't be sad, I'm still your dad, I'd be there if I could, I sure hope that you're not broke and everything's been running good. I'll always be in your memories. So today, I just want to say, hey, way to go and keeping on going. Have a happy birthday. It's very subtle changes, but I like it. Sweet, delicious tea. Yeah, it's canned Arizona green tea. So, it's very tasty because their entire brand is built upon being palatable. I think that's most food brands. So I guess.
Aww, thank you.
Not to brag, but I've been receiving that compliment since I was like 3 years old. Oh my gosh. Not a question mark, I swear. No, I get it. It's like, oh my gosh, you have such a nice singing voice. Like, that's approximately how I interpreted that. Not like, whoa, wait, you have a good singing voice? You who sounds like a cartoon nerd when you don't modify the way you make your S's? That wasn't how I interpreted it. I was like, oh my gosh, like a Valley Girl kind of thing. That's another thing. I talk like a Californian a lot of the time. Like, it's like, I say like a lot because that's the way people in San Antonio talk. Actually, that's the way teenage girls in San Antonio tend to talk. And I spent a lot of time around teenage girls in San Antonio when I was, actually talking to people. Like, cause, like, my formative years when most kids learn to talk to other people, I was busy, doing other things. Like, being introverted and traumatized. Don't worry about me. Like, sincerely, don't worry about me. I can handle myself. But anyway. Dand. I'm so your dad. Oh gosh, what was I saying? Right. So, I insert like into my sentences a lot because of the people that I talked to when I was a teenager. But the basis for my vernacular essentially was the shows that I watched, and because so many shows get made in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles manner of speaking just got ingrained into my brain at an early age. So many of the shows that I watched were either like, they were, Barbie movies, so they were made in Canada, or they were like, like Los Angeles based projects. And so I learned to speak and form sentences, not in the way that most Texans would, but in the way that most Californians would. My vernacular and my vocabulary and my tone and shit. All of that is very California, it's very Midwest. Um, and then I say like a lot. Thank God. Yeah, I get you, don't worry. Uh, I guess. So, we've got a Taylor Swift song, we've got a musical song, we got technically another musical song, and we've got Magical Girl song. Because Me and Puffy Cat is a Magical Girl show. I love Magical Girl shows so much. So, I guess, go ahead and, if you think I know a song, just yeet it at me at high speeds. And I'll see what I can do with it. Just to have funsies. Oh my gosh! Hero 2 from fucking My Hero Academia? Straight up, when they made that song, I was like, whoa. Like, it's such good music and it's such good singing. It's interesting that they decided to make it in English. It's interesting to me for reasons that I can't quite describe. Because I feel like a native English speaker would have written that song very differently. As someone who has a very good grasp on the English language, because it's like listen, some people whose first language is English, they just kind of use it as like a blunt instrument, so to speak, and they're like, yeah, I'm saying words at you, interpret them, and if you interpret them wrong, I'm just going to tell you you're wrong and explain it a little better. Anyway, moving on. But no, I'm over here like, no, all of my statements need to be intentional and artful because the English language is a tool of art. So, like, anyway, what I'm trying to say is I got distracted, essentially. Okay. Okay. I went back to okay. That's the thing. The hook in that song is so solid and so it emblazons itself into your brain the first time you hear it. So it's really hard to like modify, which is interesting. I think I can do it, but I'm not sure. All right, let's think. Let's think. Do do do. Oh, okay. Hero 2. No. Hero 2. I am a hero. No. That just, it brings it back to. It's such a strong hook, it's really hard to modify. I think I might have to take a mulligan on this one. Not a mulligan. What's the word? I think I might just have to take the L on this one. I don't think I can do that. Home by Cave Town, though. That's a thing I can do. That's ingrained into my brain real deep. Okay, so it goes. Get a load of this monster who doesn't know how to communicate. Okay. Get a load of this monster who doesn't know how to communicate. His mind is in a different place. Will everybody please give him a little bit of space? Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing to do with that. Little bit of space. Like, oh my gosh. Because a little bit of space is iambic, right? It's like, da 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 da. But if you change the melody to be like, a little bit of space. It's just like it feels like a spiral almost, which is different. It's so fascinating. I love when that happens. Oh my gosh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This brush. There we go. Get a load of this monster who doesn't know how to communicate. His mind is in a different place. Will everybody please give him a little bit of space? Get a load of this train wreck. His hair's a mess and he doesn't know who he is yet. Oh, hold on. I want to go up here, but I'm not sure which note to hit. His train's a mess and he doesn't know who he is yet. That's a fascinating key change I just invented. I don't think it's a key change. That's a fascinating jump I just invented there. What is that? His hair's a mess and he doesn't know who he is yet, but little do we know the stars welcome him with open arms. Oh. That's such a weird pathway to take through those words. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's quite right, but you know. Oh, a song I never get tired of listening to. Thing is, I regularly forget the songs that I listen to. Constantly. Like, you have no idea. Oh, okay. Is that the answer that I'm going with? No, actually. No, that's not the answer I'm going with. What's a song that I could listen to ad nauseum? Oh, gosh. I'm unsure. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think a song that I will never, like, even if I am not in the mood to hear this song, I would never dislike the song, is Paper Rings by Taylor Swift. Paper Rings is objectively a fucking banger. I love it. Paper Rings is really good. I'm trying to think. There has to be a musical theater song that fits this. I'm so sure there has to be. I'm now going through the soundtrack to the SpongeBob musical in my brain. Oh my gosh. Or maybe Loser Geek whatever from, what's it called again? Be More Chill. I don't know. There's so many. Gosh. It took me a hot second to realize when you said Mars and Rap, you were referring to Rapturous. Because I was like, oh yeah, Rapunzel? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, okay. Or like, I was like, ah yes, Mars and Rap, the latest hip-hop act. What are you talking about? Oh, that actually, I do have a very fun story about me and rap music, I guess you could say. Oh my gosh. I would never not be delighted to hear the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song in the wild. Which is different from a song that I will never get tired of listening to, because I could very easily get tired of listening to that song. But, because my main exposure to, like, rap music, up until that show started airing, was really cringy, post-Vanilla Ice, adults making things for children, inserting rap into it, being like, this is what the kids listen to these days, isn't it? Let's make a rap about eating your vegetables or something, I don't know. So rap was ingrained in my brain a lot of people have rap ingrained in their brain as like, oh, this is the aggressive, subversive music style. I got rap ingrained in my brain as, this is lame. Why aren't they singing? Yes, exactly! Donatello is a fellow has a way with machines. Ooh, Second Sightseer. Interesting. I've never heard of that song. I've also... the name Will Wood rings a bell, but I can't for the life of me. Anyway, so, like, I got... what's it called again? Words. I got the idea in my head that, like, rap is just an inherently lame genre that people do when they think that they're clever, but they're not. That was the idea I had in my brain for the first, like, I think 11 years of my life. And then the promotions for the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dropped. And it was like, there was like a little version of the theme song as a promo with like cool lyrics at the bottom, right? Like the lyrics to the song in cool font at the bottom, right? And I sat through it. It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, I've heard the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme once or twice. This is a really good like adaptation. This is a really good. Usually when adults try to make a thing more palatable to children, it's just cringe. I didn't know the word cringe at the time, but like usually when people try to make things more palatable to children and more modern, it's cringe. But here they made it work. That's really cool. I like that. And then the line, and then it started up like, here we go, it's a lean green ninja team on the scene, cool teens doing ninja things, so extreme at the soar like laser beams, get rocked with the shell shocked pizza kings, right? That hit, and I was like, wait, what? Wait, why is this cool? Wait, what's happening? Oh, that's why I recognize it. Yeah, my partner introduced me to that song. I wish I could be a girl in that way. You wish you could be my girlfriend, boyfriend. You know. Do. Very fun, very neat. Anyway, so I guess the short version of that story is that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the reason why I realized that rap music can be good, actually. Which is blasphemy and would probably have my black card revoked. Not that I necessarily had one to begin with. That sounds really self-deprecating, maybe. I don't know. Being biracial is an interesting experience. Would not recommend it. Him by JM. Interesting. I've never heard of Him by JM, but that sounds pretty neat. Yeah, I get you. Handshake. Me and Raptorous handshake. Where in the world did my stylus go? Alrighty. I think I want to close off at 7:15. Well, 7:15 my time. So, like, I have time for one more song. Let's see. What's a song? If I can't think of one first, I shall scour the chat. This task force is for losers. I've got the perfect plan. Right now the getting's good, so let's get out while we can. Look, lava's pretty hot. Let's give in to our fears. Disaster's on its way. That means we can't spend no more time in here. You should all listen to the SpongeBob musical soundtrack. It's objectively good. Oh my gosh, wait. You're young enough to have listened to Hamilton when you were 10? That's insane to me. I say, being someone who was like in middle school when Hamilton came out, so I don't have wiggle room there. Anyway, it's really interesting. Oh, I have a bone to pick with like, not with Lin-Manuel Miranda, but with other people's reactions to Lin-Manuel Miranda. Because, like, listen, I really hate that people have started using, like, it's very Lin-Manuel Miranda to be a shorthand for it's kind of bad and cringe. Like, like, at least that's what I've seen regularly, is that, like, am I crazy? Am I the only one who thinks that that's, like, mean? Oh, Hamilton was years old at that point. That makes you younger, I'm pretty sure. Like, okay, so I say they. I just know that, like, recently, in various social media areas, I think specifically when I was looking at stuff for like criticizing Wish, because like I knew from watching the trailer that I was never going to see this movie, but I did want to see what other people were saying about it, just in case maybe I changed my mind actually and I wanted to figure out what something about it was. Anyway, and like people regularly are like it's very Lin-Manuel Miranda derogatory, like, and I'm over here like, why? Like, it's like it's like he has such a strong distinctive style, and because he is a competent artist and really really good with the English language and stuff, because of this he he made his art really good, and his art being really good elevated the musical style that he used, right? And then other people were like, what if I tried to do the thing he's doing? And they did it worse than he does it, because that is his art style, right? That's his style of, like, writing. And because other people were doing the thing that he was doing but worse, and because so many people wanted to hire him to make their things better, so a lot of his stuff went out into, like, the world, and not all of it was the same level of quality as Hamilton, because Hamilton is like a magnum opus sort of kind of thing. I don't know if magnum opus is the right word, but, like, you know, because of that, people just started being like, ugh, Lin-Manuel Miranda's annoying, and his style is exhausting, which is wrong. It's objectively incorrect. You're all incorrect. But anyway, and it's like, it's, anyway, oh yeah, I've only seen the first episode of the first two. First three? You know. I've only seen, it's before Medusa. I haven't seen anything past, you know, I haven't seen the rest of the, what's it called again? The Percy Jackson show. I should catch up to it. I just haven't, like, fun fact, I have not actually read the original series of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I started on Heroes of Olympus when I was a high schooler. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, the thing that bothers me about it is that they're using Lin-Manuel Miranda's name as though it's his style being there like, at all that is the bad thing, and not the... What's the word I'm looking for? And not the fact that they're just, like, you know, whatever. Anyway. You get it. You all get it. Chat gets it. We get it. Anyway, I started with Heroes of Olympus as a high schooler. Which is, so my first view of Percy Jackson as a character was in Son of Neptune, where he has amnesia. And he's just being himself. And I adored him instantly, right? Like, I got attached to Jason Grace first, which is very funny to me. But anyhow, so, right. I started that one, and then I wanted to try and go backwards, not to Percy Jackson and the Olympians, but I think I tried the Kane Chronicles first. And then, oh, there's another one. I feel like there's a fourth one. I mean, there is a fourth one. It's Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard, but I feel like there was a different one. There was a fifth. Was there a fifth one? Am I crazy? There's Trials of Apollo, but I knew I wanted to do that one last. Is there, like, a sixth one? God damn it. There's so many. No, I think that's all of them. Okay, so I tried reading the Kane Chronicles, right? But then I jumped into the Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard, because, a fun fact, me being half a white person, I am actually half pastry, which is to say that my dad's side of the family is Danish. So I do have just, like, a genuine interest in, like, Viking shit, which is very fun. And so I saw Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard. I loved the cover art. I adored the cover art in Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard. And when I learned, like, in the first, like, I read, like, the first page of the first chapter, and I was like, yeah, I die. Like, yes, Magnus Chase is amazing. Magnus is my favorite. He's my favorite. I love that series so much. It's my favorite series of all of them. It's so good. It's my favorite. Alex Fierro, my beloved. Fierro Chase OTP. Oh my gosh, Magnus is, like, the best thing. I love him so much. Ah. I'm so sad there's only 3 books. I want there to be 5. Dang it. Yes, I am half of a black person and half pastry. That's where the other half went. I replaced it with breakfast pastries. Oh, Rick Riordan Presents. I think that's the thing that I was thinking of, maybe. Probably. That's so neat, yeah. Anyway, I think, like, Riordan's entire, like, style of thing works incredibly well for Magnus Chase, specifically. I adore Magnus so much. Like, interesting thing is that, like, Magnus and Percy are very different characters. Percy will just, like, the only reason Percy is not constantly committing a violence is because his mother raised him right. And the main reason that Magnus is never committing a violence is because Magnus is like, committing a violence is mean, though. I want to be niceys. And it is really infuriating when people aren't niceys to each other. Be niceys! Essentially. Oh, I have Daughter of the Deep! I have that! I haven't finished reading that! I read, like, the first chapter and a half. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty, like, I like it. But I haven't finished it. I just barely started it. Ooh, rumblings. That's fun. God, I think Magnus Chase as a character is one that I relate to even more than I relate to Percy Jackson. Which is saying something because I too have problems with anger, except Percy's problems with anger is that he has, like, a lot of it inside of him all the time. Meanwhile, when I was a kid, I was told that, like, I get angry, like, I was told that I have, like, a really short temper. No! everyone was being unreasonable to me all of the time. And that is Magnus Chase's energy. He's like, everyone is being unreasonable all of the time, and I hate this, and I just want things to be nice, please. That's it. And then he dies in the first chapter or something, and he still has to put up with other people's nonsense. And I love him so much. I will make you wear the Get Along shirt. That's his entire power set. I will make you wear the Get Along shirt. Oh my goodness. I love Magnus. I love him so much. He's perfect. And then him having a crush on Alex Fierro. Peak. Absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Actually, after the Percy Jackson musical came out, I was like really into that as I was in the middle of reading the Magnus Chase books or something. Like, I think the third Magnus Chase book had not yet come out when the what's it called again? I don't think the third Magnus Chase book had come out yet when the Lightning Thief musical dropped. I'm not sure. Either it hadn't come out yet, or it was really recent after the Lightning Thief musical happened really recently after the third book. Whatever it was, what was it again? I was into them at the same time, and so I realized, wait a minute, like when they did the Oracle of Delphi thing, in song, because of course they did. It rhymed already. I don't actually think it rhymed. Did it? I don't remember. Who cares? I suddenly realized, wait a minute, the Norns, their prophecy rhymes. So I guess to close out stream, because it's like 5 minutes past when I said that I would close out stream. Gosh, I've just been on a static screen for ages. I'm so sorry, guys. I've just been like on a static screen reading chat. I guess fun secret insider knowledge. I'm working on obtaining a VTuber model so that when I'm talking at chat, it won't just be a blank screen. Because, like, I refuse to disseminate my face online as a public thing. Under no circumstances. Like, this is me being like, I'm so insecure about my appearance. This is me being like, no, you're not getting my face. Sorry, goodbye. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Right. Yeah! But to close out, since, I said there'd be singing, and there will be, I still remember the tune that I came up with for, it's meant to be, in my head, it's like a 3-part harmony, but, I can't sing 3 parts at the same time, so I'm just gonna sing the part that I interpret as the melody. It goes, I made a little song for the Norn prophecy in Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, so that's fun. We're just gonna write that down, actually, before I start. Whoops. My tablet is tilted, and that's why it was tilting the letters. Anyway, okay. I loved the scene. I loved the scene so much where, like, everything stops dead. It's like, there is, like, the lady who usually reads the prophecies. Suddenly, she's like, something is fucking happening. And then the Norns climb up, or something, from the roots of the world tree. And Magnus is confused, and he's like, what's happening? And all Sam can say is, the Norns themselves have come to read your fate. Which is insane. And then they start up with, oh gosh. Oh no, I'm nervous. This is my own thing now. They start up with, wrongfully chosen, wrongfully slain, a hero Valhalla cannot contain. 9 days hence, the sun must go east ere sword of a summer unchain the beast. It's so cool, it's so cool! I love that prophecy so much! So yeah. Gosh. It's very important that you make the Norns spooky as hell. It's very important. Alright. Well, I guess with that, I should close out the stream. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for over 2 American hours. Oh god. I started referring to money as blank American dollars, and now I am starting to refer to time as American hours, which is stupid objectively. Oh my gosh. We're gonna call them Terranian hours. Sure, why not? Thank you for sticking around for over 2 Terranian hours. I'll probably stream... I don't know if I'll stream again next week. But I am hoping to get a video out later this week. So, you'll be hearing my voice again. Well, new things of my voice. You have a long backlog of recordings of my voice on this channel. Yay! Oh my gosh! I'm so happy! You gotta share it in the server. I don't actually know if you're in the Rolling with Difficulty server. I'm really bad with names. Yay! Oh my gosh, Actress, thank you so much. Bye-bye! Oh, phenomenal. I can't wait to see it. Okay. So yeah, that's everything from me. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Stay peachy and stuff. I don't know. You know how I like peaches.